It's evident, absolutely, that a shared services organisation is very different to centralised finance, though sometimes, curiously, some people in centralised finance think they're running a shared services organisation. One of the most obvious differences between the two structures is the different mindset that exists. So moving away from what some people might deem as kind of not my problem mindset that sometimes is prevalent within centralised finance, and moving much more to, obviously, how can I help you? How can we improve the service? And really that kind of mindset of continuous improvement, and in seeing that continuous improvement really exists within the DNA of a shared services team. So this being so important, this continuous improvement quality, how can, again, a leader in shared services ensure that continuous improvement is embedded within everybody, not just the leadership team, but everybody that walks through the shared services organisation's door?
Yes, a big question. Embedding that mindset is critical, and I think a number of organisations are still trying to achieve that. I think, again, there's probably a number of approaches that are needed simultaneously. I always think that often organisations are looking for, what's the silver bullet that's going to get us there, the golden bullet? But there rarely is. And normally it's a combination of tactical interventions that are consistently and robustly implemented that make a strategic impact. And I think that's very much what we're talking about in the context of embedding a continuous improvement mindset. So what might some of those tactical interventions be? I think that one is around the extent to which the processes for continuous improvement have been clearly established and defined within the shared service centre. So what model is being used within the shared service centre for continuous improvement, and ensuring that there is a common language that's used by everybody. So that looks like some level of formal training, ensuring that induction already talks about the role of continuous improvement and how that's been embedded within the business. That managers, even in terms of their sort of daily, weekly meetings, how are they embedding that sort of mindset and language into how they always talk to the team and how they always talk about problems? It's very interesting how tolerant, a zero-tolerance culture to mistakes is so profoundly counter to continuous improvement. And yet many organizations' cultures can tend to move towards zero tolerance of mistakes. So making sure that you've also got no aspects of your culture that actually are working counter to this ambition for a mindset of continuous improvement. And I think another intervention that's needed is the KPIs and measures. So the team measures of success must not only have shared service centre performance outcomes as part of it, but also looking at their own process improvement outcomes and achievements. So embedding that in how an organisation thinks about, or how a team thinks about how successful they've been. It's not just what performance they've delivered, but how have they improved the way in which their processes and approaches are set up.